Welcome back to our channel. Today we are going to talk about something very important that can completely change your life. Learning when to slow down. Many people destroy relationships, opportunities, health, peace, and even their future because they rush important decisions. We live in a world where everyone wants fast success, fast money, fast results, and instant answers. People rush. Love, career choices, reactions, decisions, conversations, and life itself. But one emotional moment, one rushed decision, one impatient action can sometimes create years of regret. That is why wise people understand something powerful. Not everything in life should happen quickly. Some things need patience. Some things need calm thinking. Some things need time. In this video, we will talk about important things you should never do in a rush and the powerful life lessons behind patience, self-control, and wise decision-making. Everything will be explained in very simple English for beginners. So relax, listen carefully, and let's learn how slowing down can sometimes save your entire future. Lesson 1. Never make big decisions. While emotional, one of the most dangerous things people do in life is making important decisions while emotional. When people feel anger, sadness, heartbreak, jealousy, stress, fear, or frustration, their thinking becomes unstable. Strong emotions can completely change how a person sees reality in that moment. And sadly, many people make life-changing decisions during temporary emotional situations. This creates enormous regret later. Another important truth is this: temporary emotions can create permanent consequences. For example, a person becomes angry and suddenly says hurtful words. A person feels heartbroken and suddenly ends an important relationship. A person feels stressed and suddenly quits a job. A person feels jealous and reacts aggressively. At that moment, emotions feel powerful and real. But after some hours or days, when the mind becomes calm again, many people realize, I should not have done that. This is why emotional control is one of the most important life skills. Another major problem is reaction without reflection. Many people react instantly. They do not pause. They do not breathe. They do not think carefully. They simply follow emotion. But emotions are temporary. A calm mind often sees situations completely differently than an emotional mind. Another important lesson is this: strong emotions reduce clear thinking. When people become extremely emotional, the brain often focuses more on feelings than logic. That is why emotional decisions are often extreme. People may say things they do not truly mean, make impulsive choices, or damage important relationships. Later, regret appears quietly. Another powerful truth is this: not every emotion deserves immediate action. Feeling angry does not mean you should react immediately. Feeling hurt does not mean you should destroy relationships. Feeling stressed does not mean you should panic. Wise people understand the importance of slowing down emotionally. Another important thing is silence. Sometimes the smartest decision is saying nothing temporarily. During emotional moments, silence can prevent enormous damage. A calm pause protects relationships and peace. Another major lesson is breathing and calming the body. When emotions become intense, the body changes too. Heart rate increases. Breathing changes. Stress rises. That is why calming the body helps calm the mind. Simple actions help greatly. Taking deep breaths, walking quietly, drinking water, sleeping before deciding, giving yourself time. These small pauses create mental clarity. Another important truth is this: Many arguments become worse because people react too quickly. Two emotional people often create bigger emotional chaos together. But when one person stays calm, conflict often becomes smaller. Patience protects relationships greatly. Another major problem is ego. During emotional moments, people often want to win arguments, prove themselves right, or protect pride. But later they realize something painful. Their ego damaged something valuable. Relationships are often more important than emotional victory. Another powerful lesson is this: wise people separate emotions from decisions. This does not mean ignoring feelings completely. Feelings matter. But important decisions should not be controlled only by temporary emotions. Another important thing is regret. Many older people deeply regret emotional decisions made during anger, heartbreak, stress, or frustration. Some words cannot be taken back. Some actions create long-term damage. That is why emotional patience matters so much. Another major truth is this: calm thinking creates better decisions. When the mind becomes peaceful again, people usually think more clearly. They can see different perspectives, consequences, and wiser solutions. That is why time is powerful. Sometimes waiting one day before reacting can completely change a situation. Another important lesson is emotional maturity. Emotionally mature people understand: I do not need to react immediately to every feeling. This mindset creates wisdom and self-control. Another powerful thing is self-awareness. People should learn to recognize emotional states. For example, right now I'm too angry to decide calmly. Right now I'm emotionally hurt. I should wait before reacting. This awareness protects people from impulsive mistakes. One emotional moment can damage years of trust. That is why words and actions during emotional situations matter greatly. Another major lesson is communication. During emotional conflict, people often stop listening completely. They only focus on defending themselves emotionally. But calm communication creates understanding. Another powerful thing is perspective. Many emotional situations feel huge in the moment, but much smaller after time passes. That is why slowing down matters. Another important lesson is protecting peace. Not every situation deserves emotional chaos. Sometimes protecting inner peace is more important than proving a point. Wise people choose peace more often. Another major truth is this: patience is emotional strength. Many people think reacting quickly is power, but real strength is controlling yourself during emotional moments. That is much harder. Another important thing is forgiveness. Sometimes emotional mistakes happen. Humans are imperfect, but learning from emotional mistakes creates growth and maturity. Another powerful lesson is future thinking. Before making emotional decisions, ask yourself, will I regret this tomorrow? Will this decision help my future? Am I thinking clearly right now? These questions create wisdom. Another important truth is this: life becomes much more peaceful when people learn emotional control. Many painful problems can be avoided simply by pausing, calming down, and thinking carefully first. So remember this carefully. Never make big decisions while emotional. Slow down first. Calm your mind first. Protect your peace first. Because one emotional moment can create years of regret. But one calm decision can protect your entire future. Lesson 2. Never rush love and relationships. Many people make serious relationship decisions too quickly. They fall in love fast, trust too fast, become emotionally attached too quickly, and ignore important warning signs because they are afraid of being alone. At first, everything feels exciting. The attention feels special. The conversations feel emotional. The connection feels strong. Because of these emotions, many people stop thinking carefully. They only focus on how they feel in the moment. But relationships built only on strong emotions often become painful later. Real relationships need time. Trust takes time. Understanding takes time. Emotional connection takes time. You cannot truly understand someone completely in only a short period. Many people ignore this truth because loneliness creates emotional pressure. Some people are not searching for real love. They are searching for emotional comfort. This creates dangerous decisions. A person may stay with someone unhealthy simply because they fear loneliness. They may ignore, disrespect, dishonesty, toxic behavior, manipulation, or emotional instability because they desperately want the relationship to work. Later, when emotions become calmer, reality slowly appears. Then regret begins. Many painful relationships start because people rushed emotionally instead of thinking wisely. Patience protects the heart. Wise people do not rush serious relationships. They observe carefully. They pay attention to behavior, communication, honesty, emotional maturity, and consistency. Because words can be beautiful, but behavior reveals truth. Someone can speak very sweetly in the beginning while hiding unhealthy habits or bad intentions. Time reveals reality. This is why patience is powerful in relationships. People often show their real character slowly. When relationships move too quickly, emotions become stronger before true understanding develops. This creates emotional attachment without emotional safety. Then leaving becomes much harder later. Many people confuse attention with love, but attention is not always love. Sometimes people only want validation, control, entertainment, or temporary emotional comfort. Real love includes respect, honesty, loyalty, peace, patience, support, and emotional safety. These things take time to discover. Social media also creates unhealthy pressure. People compare their life constantly with others. They see couples, weddings, romantic videos, and emotional moments online. Then they begin feeling behind in life. Because of this pressure, they rush relationships just to avoid feeling alone. But rushing love because of comparison often creates emotional suffering. Life is not a competition. There is no perfect age for love. There is no reason to destroy your peace just because society pressures you emotionally. A peaceful life alone is much healthier than a painful relationship full of stress and emotional chaos. Some people enter relationships without healing from past pain. They carry trust issues, emotional wounds, insecurity, fear, and unresolved heartbreak into new relationships. Then the new relationship becomes emotionally heavy very quickly. Healing matters before deep emotional commitment. A healthy relationship becomes stronger when two emotionally healthy people grow together. Communication is also extremely important. Many rushed relationships fail because people avoid deep conversations. They focus only on attraction and emotions while ignoring important topics like values, future goals, emotional maturity, loyalty, respect, and compatibility. Real connection is deeper than temporary excitement. A strong relationship should bring peace, trust, emotional safety, and mutual growth, not constant confusion and emotional exhaustion. Many older people regret rushing relationships. Some married too quickly because of pressure. Some trusted the wrong people too fast. Some ignored warning signs because emotions controlled them. Later they realized patience could have protected them from years of pain. Love should not feel like panic. It should not feel like constant fear, confusion, or emotional instability. Healthy love usually grows slowly and naturally. It creates calmness instead of emotional chaos. It creates safety instead of fear. Another important truth is this: being alone for some time is not failure. Many people fear loneliness so much that they stay in unhealthy relationships that destroy their mental peace. But loneliness is temporary. A toxic relationship can damage emotional health for many years. Wise people learn to enjoy their own company too. They build confidence, purpose, discipline, emotional maturity, and self-respect. This helps them choose relationships more wisely later. Strong people do not beg for love. They choose relationships carefully. They understand their value. Patience in relationships is emotional intelligence. Taking time does not mean lacking feelings. It means protecting your future carefully. Because relationships affect mental health, happiness, confidence, peace, and life direction deeply. Choosing the wrong person quickly can create enormous emotional damage. Choosing wisely can create peace and support for many years. That is why slowing down matters so much. Real love does not need to be rushed. Real connection survives patience. So remember this carefully. Do not rush relationships because of loneliness, pressure, or emotions. Take your time. Observe carefully. Protect your peace. Protect your heart. Because patience in love can save you from years of regret and emotional pain. Lesson 3. Never rush important career decisions. Many people make career decisions too quickly because of fear, pressure, emotions, or comparison. They choose jobs they hate only because of money. They quit too quickly during difficult moments. They follow other people's expectations instead of understanding themselves. Then years later, they feel trapped inside a life that makes them unhappy. Your career affects a huge part of your life. You spend thousands of hours working. That is why career decisions should never be rushed carelessly. Many people panic when life feels uncertain. They think, I need success immediately. I need money quickly. I'm falling behind. Because of this pressure, they make emotional decisions instead of wise decisions. Some people accept unhealthy jobs that destroy mental peace, health, confidence, and happiness simply because they fear uncertainty. Others leave good opportunities too quickly because temporary stress makes them emotional. Patience and clear thinking are extremely important in career decisions. Difficult moments happen in every job. Stress happens, failure happens, confusion happens. But emotional decisions during temporary frustration can create long-term regret. Many people quit too quickly instead of improving skills, adapting, or thinking carefully about their future. Sometimes the problem is not the dream. Sometimes the problem is impatience. Modern society also creates unhealthy career pressure. People constantly compare themselves with others online. They see young millionaires, fast success stories, luxury lifestyles, and social media achievements. Then they suddenly feel behind in life. This creates panic, but comparison destroys clarity. Every person has a different journey. Some people succeed early. Some people succeed later. Some people completely change their life at older ages. Life is not a race. Rushed career decisions made from insecurity often lead to stress and dissatisfaction. Wise people think long-term. They ask themselves important questions. Will this help my future? Will this help me grow? Does this work match my values? Will this create peace or constant stress? What kind of life do I truly want? These questions create direction. Many people never ask themselves what they actually want. They only follow family pressure, social expectations, money pressure, or fear. Then later they realize they built a life that does not truly make them happy. Money matters, financial stability matters, but mental peace matters too. A high salary cannot fully replace health, emotional peace, purpose, and personal happiness. Some people spend years working in environments that slowly destroy them emotionally because they rushed decisions without thinking deeply. Career growth also takes time. Many people want instant success, but strong careers are usually built slowly through skills, patience, consistency, networking, learning, and experience. A beginner should not expect expert-level success immediately. Growth requires patience. Another important truth is this: confusion is normal sometimes. Not everyone immediately knows their perfect career path. That is okay. Life often becomes clearer through experience and exploration. But rushed panic decisions rarely create clarity. Sometimes people fear changing direction because they already spent years in one path. They think, "It's too late. I already invested too much time." So they continue living unhappily. But staying in the wrong direction for life is often more painful than making a careful change. Wise people stay flexible. They continue learning and adapting. Skills matter greatly. A person with valuable skills usually has more career freedom and opportunities. That is why personal growth is important. Learning, communication, English, problem solving, discipline, leadership, and technical skills can completely improve future opportunities. Career success is rarely only about luck. Preparation matters. Mindset matters. Patience matters. Another dangerous thing is making career decisions while emotionally exhausted. When people feel burned out, stressed, or emotionally overwhelmed, everything may look hopeless temporarily. That is why important career decisions should be made with a calm mind whenever possible. Rest sometimes creates better perspective. Many successful people experienced confusion before success. They failed. They changed paths. They struggled financially. They doubted themselves. But they continued learning and improving slowly. Career journeys are rarely perfect. Another important lesson is self-respect. Do not choose a path only because it impresses other people. A successful look in life without inner peace often becomes emotionally empty. Real success should include growth, purpose, peace, stability, and self-respect. Patience helps people make wiser career choices. Quick emotional decisions often create unnecessary suffering. Taking time to think carefully is not weakness. It is wisdom. Your future deserves careful thought. Because career decisions shape your lifestyle, stress level, confidence, health, and daily experience for many years. So remember this carefully. Never rush important career decisions. Slow down. Think long-term. Know yourself better. Build skills patiently. Protect your peace. Because one rushed career decision can create years of stress. But one wise decision can completely change your future positively. Lesson 4. Never rush success. Many people want success very quickly. They want fast money, fast results, fast transformation, fast fame, and instant achievement. But this mindset creates frustration and disappointment. Real success usually takes time. Skills take time to build. Confidence takes time to grow. Businesses take time to develop. Health takes time to improve. English fluency takes time to master. But modern society constantly teaches people to expect instant results. Social media makes this even worse. People see luxury lifestyles, viral success stories, expensive cars, and huge achievements online. Then they start thinking, why am I not successful yet? Why is my progress so slow? Why are other people moving faster than me? Because of this pressure, many people become impatient, and impatience destroys consistency. Many people quit too early simply because results are not immediate. This is one of the biggest reasons people fail. They stop before growth becomes visible. Real growth is usually slow and quiet in the beginning, like planting a seed. For a long time, nothing seems to happen. But underground, roots are growing. Then slowly, growth appears. Success works the same way. Many successful people spent years improving quietly before people noticed them publicly. But most people only see the final result. They do not see the failures, the discipline, the sacrifices, the lonely work, the slow progress, and the years of patience behind the success. Another dangerous thing is chasing shortcuts. Many people become desperate for fast success, so they search for easy money, instant fame, quick tricks, or unrealistic promises. But shortcuts often create bigger problems later. Strong success usually requires time, discipline, patience, learning, and repeated effort. Fast success without strong foundations often disappears quickly. Slow growth is usually stronger and more stable. Another important truth is this: comparison creates impatience. When people constantly compare their progress with others, they feel behind in life. Then they rush. They try doing everything quickly. They pressure themselves emotionally. This creates stress and burnout. But every person has a different journey. Some people improve faster in certain areas. Some people take longer. That is normal. Life is not a race. Your only real competition is your previous self. Another important lesson is consistency. Success is rarely built through one huge action. It is usually built through small daily actions repeated for years. One workout matters. One study session matters. One productive day matters. Tiny improvements repeated consistently create enormous long-term results. Many people underestimate this because small progress feels boring. But boring consistency often creates extraordinary success. Another dangerous thing is impatience during learning. For example, a person starts learning English. After a few months, they think, I'm still not fluent. So they quit. But fluency requires daily listening, speaking, mistakes, repetition, and patience. Every skill works this way. People who succeed are often people who continued longer than others. Patience creates mastery. Another important truth is this: fast success is not always healthy success. Some people become successful quickly but emotionally collapse later because they never built discipline, emotional strength, patience, or balance. Real success should improve life, not destroy peace. That is why healthy growth matters. Another powerful lesson is enjoying the process. Many people become obsessed only with results. They forget to enjoy learning, improving, and growing. But happiness cannot always wait only for future success. Growth itself should become meaningful too. Another important thing is emotional control. Impatient people often make emotional decisions, changing goals constantly, quitting quickly, or chasing unrealistic expectations. Wise people stay calm. They trust long-term effort. They understand great things take time. Another powerful truth is this: small progress is still progress. Many people feel discouraged because improvement feels slow. But slow growth is much better than no growth. One small step daily can completely change your future over time. Another important lesson is trust. You must trust the process even before results become visible. This is difficult, but patience and consistency are powerful together. Many successful people kept working during periods when nothing seemed to improve. Then suddenly, years of effort created visible results. Another dangerous habit is constantly restarting. Some people never stay consistent long enough. They start, stop, restart, quit again. This destroys momentum. Success requires staying committed during difficult and boring phases too. Another important truth is this: you do not need instant success to build a meaningful life. You simply need continued improvement. Slow, disciplined growth creates skills, confidence, wisdom, stability, and long-term success. Another powerful lesson is maturity. Emotionally mature people understand that life is a long journey. They stop panicking about quick results. They focus more on daily habits, discipline, and long-term progress. This creates peace and stability. Another important thing is self-respect. When you stay patient and continue improving daily, you build trust in yourself. You begin seeing yourself as someone who continues despite difficulty. This creates mental strength. So remember this carefully. Do not rush success. Build slowly. Learn patiently. Improve consistently. Trust the process. Because fast success can disappear quickly. But slow, disciplined growth can change your entire life permanently. Lesson 5. Never rush your healing. Many people try to heal too quickly after emotional pain. After heartbreak, failure, rejection, betrayal, loss, or emotional struggle. They pressure themselves to move on immediately. They say, "I should be okay now. I should stop feeling sad. I need to forget this quickly." But healing does not work like that. Healing is not a race. Emotional pain needs time. Just like physical wounds need time to recover, emotional wounds also need patience and care. Many people make the mistake of pretending they are healed while still carrying deep pain inside. They smile outside, but inside they are still broken, confused, angry, or emotionally exhausted. Ignoring pain does not remove pain. Unhealed emotions often stay hidden quietly and return later even stronger. Some people try escaping emotional pain through constant distractions, unhealthy habits, social media, fake happiness, toxic relationships, or endless busyness. They fear sitting alone with their feelings. But emotional healing requires honesty. You must face your emotions instead of constantly running from them. Another important truth is this: healing is not always linear. Some days you feel strong. Some days the pain returns again. That is normal. Recovery often happens slowly in waves. This does not mean you are failing. It simply means you are human. Many people compare their healing journey with others. They think, "Why am I still hurting? Why did they move on faster? Why am I not fully okay yet?" But every person heals differently. Some wounds are deeper than others. Some experiences affect people more emotionally. There is no perfect timeline for healing. Patience matters greatly. Another dangerous thing is rushing into new relationships to escape loneliness or heartbreak. Some people fear emotional emptiness so much that they quickly search for another person to fill the pain. But emotional wounds carried into new relationships often create more confusion later. Healing should not depend completely on another person. Inner healing requires self-understanding too. Another important lesson is rest. Emotional exhaustion affects the mind, body, sleep, energy, and confidence. That is why healing sometimes requires slowing down and giving yourself mental space. Rest is not laziness. Rest can be emotional recovery. Many strong people suffer silently because they believe showing pain makes them weak. But emotional honesty is strength. Accepting your emotions honestly helps healing begin properly. Crying does not make someone weak. Feeling pain does not make someone weak. Struggling emotionally does not make someone weak. Humans are emotional beings. Pain is part of life. Another important truth is this: some lessons only arrive through painful experiences. Heartbreak teaches boundaries. Failure teaches growth. Loss teaches gratitude. Pain teaches emotional maturity. Healing is not only about removing pain, it is also about growing wiser and stronger through experience. Another major problem is self-blame. After painful experiences, many people attack themselves mentally. They think, "I'm not good enough. Everything was my fault. I'll never be happy again." These thoughts make healing slower and heavier. Self-compassion is important during difficult emotional periods. Speak to yourself with patience. You are healing, not failing. Another important lesson is protecting your environment while healing. Negative people, toxic situations, and constant emotional stress can slow emotional recovery greatly. Peace matters during healing. Healthy environments help the mind recover. Another powerful truth is this: healing often happens quietly. Slowly, your mind becomes calmer. Slowly, your heart feels lighter. Slowly, your thoughts become healthier. At first, the progress may feel invisible, but small emotional recovery matters greatly. Many people expect healing to mean never feeling pain again. But healing often means the pain no longer controls your entire life. You become stronger emotionally. You understand yourself better. You carry wisdom instead of only suffering. Another important thing is forgiveness. Sometimes healing requires forgiving other people, situations, or even yourself. Holding endless anger often keeps emotional wounds alive longer. Forgiveness does not always mean accepting bad behavior. Sometimes forgiveness simply means freeing yourself from carrying emotional poison forever. Another powerful lesson is patience with yourself. Do not pressure yourself to become perfect emotionally overnight. Growth takes time. Peace takes time. Recovery takes time. And that is okay. Another important truth is this: strong people are not people who never break emotionally. Strong people are people who slowly rebuild themselves after pain. Healing teaches resilience. Another major lesson is hope. Pain feels permanent during difficult moments, but emotions change with time. Life changes. People change. You change. Dark moments do not last forever. Another important thing is learning to be alone peacefully. Many people fear loneliness after emotional pain, but peaceful solitude can become a powerful place for self-discovery, healing, reflection, and personal growth. Healing often becomes stronger when people reconnect with themselves. Another powerful truth is this: you deserve time to heal properly. You do not need to rush your recovery to satisfy other people or social pressure. Protect your mental peace. Protect your emotional health. So remember this carefully. Never rush your healing. Give yourself time. Be patient with your emotions. Rest when necessary. Grow slowly. Because emotional healing is not weakness. It is part of becoming stronger, wiser, and more emotionally free. Lesson 6. Never rush your words. Words are extremely powerful. A few careless sentences spoken during anger or frustration can destroy trust, relationships, confidence, and emotional peace. Many people speak too quickly when emotions become strong. They say things they do not truly mean. Later, when the anger disappears, regret appears. But sometimes the damage already happened. Another important truth is this: not every thought needs immediate expression. Wise people think before speaking. They ask themselves, will these words help or hurt? Will I regret saying this later? Am I speaking from wisdom or emotion? Patience in communication prevents many painful situations. Silence is sometimes more powerful than reacting immediately. Calm communication creates peace. Rushed emotional words often create suffering. So slow down before speaking during emotional moments. Because words cannot always be taken back. Lesson 7. Never rush financial decisions. Many people lose money because of impatience. They rush. Investments, purchases, business decisions, loans, or risky opportunities without thinking carefully. Emotions often control financial decisions. Some people buy expensive things just to impress others. Some panic and make reckless decisions because they fear missing opportunities. Later, they regret it deeply. Another important truth is this: money requires patience and wisdom. Wise people think carefully before making major financial choices. They ask, do I truly need this? Is this decision smart long-term? Am I thinking emotionally right now? Patience protects financial stability. Rushed financial decisions often create stress, debt, and regret. Slow, careful thinking creates stronger financial security. Lesson 8. Never rush personal growth. Many people become frustrated because self-improvement feels slow. They want instant discipline, instant confidence, instant success, and instant transformation. But real growth happens slowly. A stronger mindset takes time. Confidence takes time. Healing takes time. Discipline takes time. Many people quit because progress feels invisible in the beginning. But small daily improvement creates huge long-term change. Another important truth is this: real transformation is usually quiet. You slowly become calmer, wiser, stronger, and more disciplined over time. Wise people stay patient with themselves. They understand that mistakes are part of growth. Personal development is not a race. It is a lifelong journey. Lesson 9. Never rush your life because of comparison. Many people rush their life because they compare themselves constantly with others. Social media creates enormous pressure. People see others becoming rich, getting married, traveling, buying houses, or becoming successful quickly. Then suddenly they feel behind in life. This creates panic. Because of comparison, many people make rushed decisions just to catch up. But comparison destroys peace and clarity. Another important truth is this: every person has a different timeline. Some people succeed early. Some succeed later. Some completely change their life after many failures. Life is not a competition. Wise people focus on their own journey instead of constantly comparing themselves with others. Peace matters more than trying to impress society. Rushing life because of pressure often creates regret later. Lesson 10. Learn the power of patience. Patience is one of the most powerful life skills. Patience protects relationships, money, mental health, decisions, and future success. Many life problems happen because people act too quickly without thinking carefully. Wise people know when to pause, wait, observe, and think deeply. Another important truth is this: slowing down is not weakness. Sometimes slowing down is wisdom. Patience creates clarity, and clarity creates better decisions. Strong people are not always the fastest people. Often they are the calmest people. People who stay patient usually avoid many unnecessary mistakes. They protect their peace better. They make wiser decisions. They build stronger lives slowly. So remember this carefully. Not everything in life needs to happen quickly. Some of the best things in life require time, patience, discipline, and calm thinking. Slow down sometimes. Protect your peace. Think carefully before important decisions, because one patient decision can completely change your future positively. If this video helped you, like this video, share it with someone important, and subscribe to the channel for more powerful and life-changing lessons. And remember, wise people do not rush through life, because patience often saves people from regret.